Welcome back to the channel. Today I am kicking off my weekly holiday grilling series with a delicious double smoked holiday ham. When it comes to holiday grilling, ham, or a double smoked ham, is a staple on a lot of dinner tables. They are super easy to make, very versatile. You can really make it your own at a bunch of different flavors depending on what you're looking for. So today I'm going to show you guys how I like to do mine. I'm starting with this 10-pound spiral cut ham, just a regular ham you would get at your normal grocery store. I got this from my local Mariano's. Now the trick with these, or I guess not really a trick, is all these hams, these spiral cut hams, are pre-cooked. So this is ready to eat as is. Now what we're gonna do is, instead of warming it up in the oven or on a stove, I'm gonna drop this in my smoker to infuse a little bit more smokiness into it, and I'm gonna make a homemade pineapple rum glaze to go on top of it, giving it that sweet, savory mix, and it's going to be delicious. Holiday grilling also means it's winter and super cold where we are. You can see a little bit of the snow on the ground. It's about 30 degrees, so I am freezing, so let's get this thing on. We're gonna start by taking this out of the packaging. There we go. It does come with a glaze packet. There's a bunch of different flavors you can get for these, but we're gonna toss this guy out. Like I said, we're gonna make our own. This is going to be much better. We're gonna remove our ham. Look at that. Beautiful looking ham. You got the bone. Now this one is spiral cut all the way around the bone, just making it easier to cut and serve. So we're gonna remove it from the plastic wrap here. Another great thing about these hams is you get a whole lot of meat for not a lot of money. It's a very economical cut. You get plenty of leftovers. It's super good when it's warmed up. It's also really good when it's cold. You really can't go wrong with these guys. Jax is ready, standing by. Yeah, you can smell it, can't you, buddy? Yeah, you can. That is a nice ham. So you can see it's been cut around the bone. You get these nice thick slices. I'm gonna put the ham in this foil pan, and I've got this small wire rack on the bottom to keep it elevated. So we're gonna place it right on the rack here, just like so. Look at that. Here you go. You want a piece? Good? Yeah, of course it's good. Next up, I'm going to season the ham. So I am using my all-purpose barbecue seasoning. This is a nice savory flavor, great mix of salt, pepper, garlic, kind of traditional barbecue spices. So all that you're gonna do is just take your rub and season on the outside, and then just get into these cuts and season as best as you can. You don't need to go super heavy with it, just to give it some extra flavor. Go on this side, and we'll kind of repeat the process. Nice even coating. Make sure you get the edges. And just keep this in mind when you're doing this at home. Depending whatever glaze you apply, don't go sweet rub and sweet glaze, so you don't get, too sweet of a ham at the end. Try to balance it out. Go sweet with one and savory with the other. Okay, there we go. That's looking pretty good. Little rub, and this thing is almost ready for the grill. I'm gonna do one more thing before we place it on the egg, and that's to add some liquid to the bottom of my foil pan. I'm using some orange juice. You can do apple juice, pineapple juice, really whatever kind of juice you might have on hand. And this is just going to provide additional moisture during the cooking process to keep our ham nice and wet. So just go to the bottom of the wire rack with the juice, and our ham is ready to hit the grill. For this cook, I'm using my large Big Green Egg. Right now it's cruising at about 300 degrees. I also added a couple wood chunks for some extra smoke. So let's get our ham on, again with the foil pan, right on the grate. Close the lid and let it cook. Ham is on the grill, cooking at 300 degrees. Well, not really cooking because it's already pre-cooked. We're reheating it, warming it up with some additional smoke, and I'm gonna leave it on until that internal temperature hits 140 degrees before I apply my glaze, and that should take about 2 hours or so. My ham has been on for about an hour and a half, so now we can get started on our delicious pineapple and rum glaze, and it's super easy to put together. So we're gonna start with one whole can of crushed pineapple and the juice, so just put all this in your pan. Next, I'm gonna go in with about a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, so just help everything caramelize. Next, I've got some honey, so about 2 tablespoons or so. And again, you can adjust this as you go, or even after it's done simmering, just to kind of get it to your desired level of sweetness. And finally, I'm gonna go with some dark rum. I don't think the brand or anything really matters too much, so it's just gonna give it that nice rum flavor. All that alcohol is going to cook out, so don't worry about serving this to your kids. So about a half a cup or so. There we go. And I'm just going to whisk everything together, make sure it's well incorporated. Ooh, look at that. Those pineapple chunks, that rum, brown sugar, honey. I'm gonna bring this inside, put it on the stove over medium heat for about 10-15 minutes and just simmer to let everything thicken up. Again, all that alcohol is gonna cook out of the rum, so it's gonna be perfectly safe to eat for everybody. And then I'm gonna glaze it on my ham at the very end. Ooh. All right, ham has been on for about 2 hours, and check this thing out. It is looking and smelling amazing. Get this nice kind of color on the outside from the rub and the smoke. It just smells so good with that orange juice kind of just evaporating from the bottom. So let's apply our glaze and finish it off. Speaking of the glaze, check this out. Nice and thick. You get the pineapple, the rum, the brown sugar, the honey. This smells and tastes absolutely amazing. So we're gonna start just brushing it on. Ooh. Try to keep it all in the pan. Oh yeah, there we go. And then use a brush to get in between the slices as much as you can. And just go pretty heavy with it. We got a lot of the pineapple, a lot of the juice in there. So make sure this outside is well coated. I'm gonna rotate the pan. We'll do the other side. Check this out. Look at this color. Nice little bark from the smoke. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah. Look at that. Ooh. This is the perfect mix of sweet, savory, the salty ham. All these flavors just work so well together. Ham is glazed. Now I'm gonna put it back on the grill for about 10-15 minutes. Let everything just kind of tack up a little bit more, get nice and sticky. Then it's going to be ready. Ooh. Perfect. Again, same temperature. Close it, 10-15 minutes, and we're good to go. Our ham should be ready, so let's take a look and see how we are doing. Ooh. Wow, look at that. That thing is looking and smelling absolutely amazing. Beautiful color on the outside. You got the pineapple. So yeah, let's pull this off, and we're gonna carve right into it. Put it right on the cutting board. When it comes to carving it, it's actually super easy. So this ham has been a spiral cut around the bone, which is right here. And then all that I'm gonna do is just cut right down the bone. You can see where it naturally separates right here, and we're going to separate our slices. We'll go on this side, and then the ham slices just come right out. Check this out. You get the barbecue seasoning, nice crust on the outside, our delicious pineapple and rum glaze, super tender. Here, this is a nice looking piece, so let's just go right for it. Wow. It's smoky, savory, a little salty, very sweet from that glaze. Everything's just working so well together. This is really good. Oh yeah. And you can just remove, more slices, serve them on the platter, serve them for dinner. I mean, look at this thing. This is a little fatty piece. Wow. A holiday ham is a staple on a lot of holiday dinner tables, and it's easy to see why. It's delicious, super easy to make. You're basically just reheating everything. Apply your glaze at the very end, and dinner is ready. This thing is absolutely perfect. So that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I will see you next time. So good.